Morning, everyone. Are you able to hear us okay?
Yes,
All right. Excellent. Thank you for joining us. My name is Brian Noon. I'm the program manager for special transportation initiatives here at Rapid Transit. And I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us today. We're going to be talking about the new transportation opportunity in the area called rabbitWORKS. It's a collaboration with Rapid Transit and Commute with Enterprise. And we do have some Commute with Enterprise representatives with us today. To my right is Bill Whitesides. He's going to be talking to you a little bit today as well. And with us is Mary Moody, who's going to be working very closely with the program as we move forward. And also in the room is James Jones on my staff, who will be part of this program as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right on into the presentation, and we are going to field some questions. So feel free to drop questions into the chat, and then we'll have some opportunity to answer your questions after that as well. So you hang with us for a second. We'll get our slides going. Excellent. So as you know, transportation opportunities for folks everywhere can be challenging. And public transit can get people to the grocery store, to doctor's appointments, but unfortunately, we can't get everybody everywhere all the time. And what we found through various folks' conversations with various entities is that, in particular, second and third shift folks need ways to work. The idea that buses in our area don't run 24 hours a day and they don't get to every part of our sometimes very rural counties. So the idea of a van pool has resurged in the area. And rabbitWORKS is a product of those conversations. A while ago, we put out a request for proposal. We were fortunate that Enterprise responded, and Commute with Enterprise now who we're going to be partnering with. So what we'll do is we'll kind of get into the bare bones of what the program is and how we got here. And then Bill will take some questions and give some guidance on the more discrete elements of the program. So what it is, again, it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's a new van pool. We're piloting this project. There will be 6 vans initially out and serving the various counties mentioned, Cumberland, Dauphin, and York. And we're going to be focusing on folks who have some potential challenge, Alice population, as far as getting transportation, reliable transportation, and in particular, for folks working second and third shift. The idea will be that we wanted to establish a program where the monthly fare was competitive or comparable to other monthly fares for other rapid transit services in the region. So what folks will see in the first 5 months is a $40 introductory monthly fare, and then $80 beginning in the 6th month for the rest of their participation. That's the only amount folks are paying for the service. So rabbitWORKS again is going to be anyone who's living in Dauphin, Cumberland, or York counties, regardless of where they work. The rabbitWORKS will be available to them and to participate. $40 a month to start, $80 to continue their participation after 6 months. Perfect.
I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what van pooling is and how it functions. I'll take some time to walk you through that. In its simplest form, van pooling is really no different than the concept of a carpool, but the main difference being that instead of the individuals utilizing their own personal vehicle to get to and from work, we, Enterprise, alongside rabbitWORKS, will provide them with a vehicle that suits the need of that particular group. My role is really to work with employers and individual employees and helping them identify and form groups of 5 to 15 individuals that live nearby one another and or who share a similar commuting corridor that are also working on that second and third shift. Once that group is formed, depending on the size, we're able to offer them a 7-passenger minivan, a 7-passenger 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive SUV, and for our larger groups, we have 15-passenger vans. Once the group is formed and we have everything figured out on that end of things, we will help that particular group identify a convenient meeting location that the vehicle can start and end each day. Whether that be a park and ride, a mall parking lot, which are traditionally some of the main central meeting locations a lot of our groups coordinate their commutes around. We're able to facilitate that. Or being that the employees are acting as the drivers on the vehicle, one of the individual drivers can take it back to their own house at the end of each night prior to picking the individuals up on their way to and from work that day. Additionally, being that the employees act as the drivers on the vehicle, we can have as many drivers as there are participants. We always encourage and try to find at least two drivers per vehicle, so that if someone's not able to make it into work that day, has a vacation coming up, or again, isn't able to make it into work, we know we have at least one individual that's able to get that group to and from the workplace. The benefit of this being that the employees now have a reliable, safe, comfortable vehicle to get to and from work. Most importantly, thanks to the partnership with Rabbit Transit and this new program, we're able to save hundreds of dollars each month and thousands of dollars each year, thanks to this contribution, the way the subsidy is structured. So again, just reviewed how it will work. For those interested in reaching out to us and expressing their interest in this program, and wanting to learn more, we encourage you to either visit the website link there, scan the QR code, or we always encourage individuals to reach out directly to myself, Bill Whiteside, which my contact information is there. Feel free to text me, call me on my cell phone, or send me an email. And the same goes for Mary Moody, my counterpart, who will act as the main point of contact for any VAMPOOL groups that we have up and running. Anyone that does express interest isn't committing to anything. It's really just to help us start to form groups and find VAMPOOL routes and groups that will work best for their particular commute. Really help us establish those first groups that we're looking to get on the road. So who drives the van? I highlighted this a little bit earlier on. The employees that are in the VAMPOOL do act as the drivers as well. Again, we're looking to have at least two individuals on each VAMPOOL group, so that if someone can't make it into work, we know we have at least another individual that's capable of getting the group to work that day. For a person to be qualified as a driver, they must be 25 years of age or older, must not have any two moving violations and/or at-fault accidents in the previous 3 years, and no more than 3 moving violations or at-fault accidents in the previous 5. Outside of that, we'll work on getting that individual through the driver approval process and getting them on the road as quick as we possibly can. Really all we need on our end of things to get that done, it's just their name, phone number, email address, and any of their license information. And traditionally, when we're looking to get an individual approved, it takes anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes for us to get that approval back. So will it be safe? I know one of the main questions, the most common questions I receive when introducing this program and resource to individuals is this component here. Being that we're offering this service, we want to make sure that people feel safe and not at risk in the event that anything were to happen. So part of our month-to-month contract is Enterprise covers the vehicle up to a total loss, so that if anything were to happen to the vehicle damage-wise, there's no deductible that the individual driver would be responsible for. There's no claim that would be filed against their own insurance. Additionally, we also provide liability coverage of up to $1 million for the protection. All of the maintenance is included, as well as 24/7 roadside assistance. The unique thing about this program too, is we understand that people may have emergencies arise when they get to the workplace and/or maybe working overtime unexpectedly. We don't want people to feel as though they're stranded by having interest in utilizing this service. So part of our program, our resource is the Guaranteed Ride Home program, which works in the way, in the event of an emergency or working overtime, we'll deliver a free 24-hour rental to that particular individual or to the group in the event that that individual needs to take the VAMPOOL vehicle they arrive to work in that day. Another resource is, let's say it's just more convenient, timely for them to take an Uber, Lyft, or taxi, we're able to reimburse them for those costs. And finally, in the event that it works out best for that individual to have a friend, family member pick them up, we're also able to reimburse that individual for the IRS rate of the mileage for the reimbursement for that as well. What kind of vehicles? As I mentioned, I know traditionally when people think of van pulling, they picture those big white 15-passenger vans. The nice thing about this program is it's not limited to just those 15-passenger vans, as I mentioned earlier. Our vehicles are all going to be recent model 7-passenger SUVs, minivans. A lot of the time, especially, we have groups that start in a minivan, and as we approach the winter months where weather could be questionable, we're able to switch them into a 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive SUV. So that group has the comfort of knowing that they can navigate any type of inclement weather during those months and not miss out on that valuable work that they're seeking to attend to each day. How do riders pay for all this? Ideally, when we're partnering with an employer or have an interest from employees at a particular employer, our first goal would be to have this structured in a way which we're able to have this as a payroll deduction for the employee's portion. Pre-tax, being at pre-tax as well, because that provides additional savings for the individual employee as well as for the employer in offering that way. But at the very end of the day, the individuals are responsible for that $40 per month for the first 5 months. And then for months 6 and beyond, they would be paying the $80 per month from there. We are capable of providing a gas card for each vehicle so that the management of what they're spending on the fuel is that much more streamlined and makes it that much more functional for that particular group. So why commuters choose us? Very easy to get set up. As I mentioned before, really all we need for individuals to do is just submit their information, their name, phone number, and email address, the best way to contact them. From there, my team and I will work directly with them on finding a group that works best for them. As I mentioned earlier, there's no long-term commitment when an individual were to commit to this program. It's on a month-to-month basis. So our rental contracts run on a 30-day basis and automatically renew. So we're notified that that individual no longer has a need or is no longer interested. The peace of mind is another huge aspect of this that individuals really like, being that some of the individuals that we're targeting may not have the most reliable transportation and may not have any resources at all. So this will really open the door to new employment opportunities on that second and third shift, giving them the peace of mind when they're finding reliable work and being able to attain and reach for those promotion opportunities now that they have this. As I mentioned, all of our vehicles, being that we're backed by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, are going to be brand new. The vehicles we currently have on the road today are going to be 2025, 2026 makes and models. Traditionally, we'll keep those in fleet and on the road for about 12 months, and we'll then cycle that vehicle out and replace it with a brand new one. In doing so, we know we're offering this particular group with a very reliable, safe way to get to and from work. We're not going to have to worry about any maintenance issues or anything of that nature for their commute. Finally, the savings. Thanks to the partnership we have with Rapid Transit, their investment in this program, the way in which they've structured their subsidy. I can speak with my knowledge and working with other agencies across the state. This is by far the biggest subsidy we have and the most affordable option that we've been providing. So it's going to be able to not only provide them with a way to get to and from work, but again, enable them to save hundreds of dollars each month and thousands of dollars each year. Now, you may be wondering, how does it impact me as the employer? Well, as employers, we understand that recruiting and retention is one of the biggest components that make your business successful. One of the bigger issues, especially on the second and third shifts, as Brian alluded to earlier, is the lack of public transportation options during that time. And the individuals that are seeking employment may not always have the greatest level of transportation resources provided to themselves. So this fills that gap and provides them with that reliable transportation and does so in a way that, again, is going to enable them to not only afford it, but put money back into their pockets on a monthly and yearly basis. Additionally, if you have any sustainability goals or initiatives, this is a great way to address those, being that you're taking single occupancy vehicles off the road and helping to reduce the number of CO2 emissions that are a part of those. We do provide reports on a quarterly basis that help show the impacts that this program is having across all of these. Another component is the fact that we understand some locations have some parking congestion. So again, this is a great way to target that. I've worked with a variety of different companies that were growing and or facing issues due to the parking. And instead of investing in additional parking spaces, which can be quite costly, this provided a great solution that helped them save money, reallocate that into other initiatives that they were interested in, while also providing a great resource for their employees that impacted the recruiting, retention, employee wellness, and the overall company culture. I'll turn it back over to Brian.
Thank you. So obviously there's a It's a new approach to doing van pool in the area, and potentially how we're doing our subsidies, maybe a new approach nationally as well. What you'll see here is a couple QR codes. There was one QR code that was kind of floating along these prior screens, which will be the one on your left. If your agency is interested, either as an employer or as a community-based organization, to connect with us and kind of give us an idea of who you are, where you are, and potentially what your clients or your employees' needs are regarding van pool, there's a survey on the left QR code. The QR codes on the right are the brochures that we've produced for the program. There's a brochure that's a threefold flyer. There's a brochure that is just a single flyer for employees, and then we have a employer flyer as well. If you'd like to get those documents from us directly in another way, through PDF file or otherwise, you can contact us at Rapid Transit, rabbitWORKS at rabbitTransit.org to get the flyers. If you'd like us to send you the link for the survey, you can also email that same address. We are going to be sending hard copies of, or we're going to be sending some of this presentation out after the second town hall. But feel free to access those QR codes now while we kind of chat with you. In the next slide, you'll see our contact information. James and I, we're representatives for Rapid Transit with regard to the rabbitWORKS program. And obviously Bill and Mary are representing Community with Enterprise. At this point, we'd be happy to, I think we're going to take a look to see if any questions came in the chat. James, did you see anything there?
No, we have nothing.
All right. So no questions came into the chat. So if you have a question, you want to unmute yourself, we'll be happy to field those questions live. All right. Bill did such a stunning job that no one's asked any questions. If you have any questions after our presentation today, you have all of our contact information right there with you. Feel free to send any questions through the rabbitWORKS email address through which you received your invitation today. I see a hand raised.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much. My name is Teresa Rice, and I'm with the Cumberland County Reentry Coalition. And back in the fall, you came and presented this data or this information with us then. Are any routes already set up anywhere?
Nothing is, no vans on the road just yet. Bill and Mary are making connections in the community to start to establish those. So this would be a great opportunity to connect with them to see what we can do in your region.
Okay, because I was worried when we saw the flyer come out that there was an information session for Dauphin County and one for York County, and I wasn't sure if Cumberland was excluded and wasn't part of the grant to get the routes set up.
No, not at all. It's just logistics. Just the logistics. We figure folks who wanted to be in person, going to either end of the spectrum to York or Dauphin, but we hold Cumberland dear to us. We never exclude you. We figured you participate. If you couldn't get to either of those locations, you could participate virtually.
Oh, and I appreciate so much this link because I wasn't able to attend either one in person. So we would just contact you once we get any, I mean, we've been trying to get data and routes from agencies that are in Cumberland County, and we haven't received anything. So I wasn't sure if any of the other agencies reached out to you guys personally and they just eliminated us as the middleman. But I still want to keep promoting this because it's such an important resource that is desperately needed by a lot of people.
We agree with you. So what we can do is you can email us and ask for the QR code that we had posted, and we can get to the survey and fill out some information for us, and we'll make sure that gets to Bill and Mary.
Okay.
And we'll make sure we include you in that process.
Okay. I did download and I got that QR code so I can send it out to people. I didn't look at it yet, but I do have it.
Okay, great. So that QR code will take you to an electronic version of the survey. You don't have to mail it back to us or anything. As soon as you complete that survey, we'll get the data that's being collected, and we can distribute it within our processors here to make sure folks are aware of what things look like at your agency.
All right, great. And are you going to be able to send this PowerPoint to us after the meeting?
I will send the PowerPoint out. My plan would be to send it out after we've completed our session on Thursday. But
Right.
everyone, we will be sending it out for sure.
Okay, that's awesome because when we met with you in the fall, it was just a lot of talking, and to see all this visually written down, it's fantastic. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Glad we could be of service.
Thank you, guys.
As Brian mentioned, we'll also be doing this again on Thursday. So if there was any of those community partners you would reference that have an interest in learning more about it, we encourage them to tune in virtually or in person as well. So it could be a good refresher for them as well.
To Bill's point, the email process to get all this out was a little bit temperamental, I'll say. So if you would like to forward your email invite that you received to anyone that may not have received it, the link for Thursday is still going to be good. So by all means, share it broadly with folks who may not have been able to participate today or who may not have gotten the original email. So we are happy to entertain anyone to join us virtually or in person in Harrisburg on Thursday. Yes.
Community members who may be interested in enrolling in this program, what is the best point of entry? Is it the email to the rabbitWORKS email, or is it contact to Mary?
So for folks in the community that want to participate,
Yeah.
There's a link that will take them directly. One of the QR codes was a link to
Okay.
the Commute with Enterprise site,
Okay,
and they would then be able to apply there. So we can send that around as well. That's part of the PowerPoint presentation. So we'll make that available to you and to whomever else is interested.
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. I see another hand, I believe.
It was a thumbs up. Yeah.
Excellent. Any other questions? Wonderful. Well, if you think of anything after our presentation today, again, feel free to send those questions directly through the rabbitworks at rabbittransit.org email. We'll be monitoring that. If you want to join us again on Thursday, and because you thought of more wonderful questions, by all means, join us then. Otherwise, I see something there. All right. That's something, Jane.